The topic I will be discussing today is chemical and physical changes. Let's start with chemical changes. So, chemical changes may occur at room temperature. Chemical changes also result in new substances. Also known as products. Some of the results of chemical reactions can include new precipitate or solid, new bubbles, new unexpected color. As you can see here, if you add a clear solution and a yellow solution, and you mix them together, if they equal some unexpected color, like pink, then it is a chemical reaction. So, if you mix together a clear and a yellow solution together, and you get a pale yellow color, which is the expected color, then it would not be a chemical change because it has to be a new unexpected color. A chemical change can also result in a new odor. For example, if you bake cookies, the smell of them coming out of the oven is different than when you put them in the oven. This is why it's a chemical change. Lastly, a chemical change could result in a change in energy, like light or heat. So, you could take some reactants like this. You could then burn those reactants, and it could result in a new product, like this. This is resulting in a new substance, which is why it is a chemical change. Only a few chemical changes can be reversed, but only by chemical means. Now let's move on to physical changes. So, physical changes often occur at a new temperature. As a result of physical changes, no new substances are formed. But as a result of physical changes, some things that can occur are new volume, new density, new shape, new predictable color. So, if you add a clear solution with a yellow solution, and you mix them together and end up with a pale yellow solution, that's the predictable color. So, it is a physical change. But if you mix together a clear solution and a yellow solution, and it resulted in a pink solution, that would be an unexpected color, so it would be a chemical change, not a physical change. Lastly, physical changes can result in a new state of matter. For example, you could go from a solid to a liquid, and then go from a liquid to a gas, and then switch it around and go from a gas to a liquid, or a liquid to a solid. This would be physical changes because the state of matter is changing. So, you could take ice, add heat, and it would turn into water. Then you could take water, add more heat, and it would turn into steam. Then you could take the steam, remove heat, and it would turn into water. Then you could take water, remove even more heat, and it would turn into ice. This is an example of a physical change because no new substances are formed and it can be reversed. And in this example, all of them are H2O, just in different states of matter, so no new substances. Many physical changes may be reversed, but only by physical means. Now for some examples, let's start with chemical changes. One example of a chemical change would be toasting bread in a toaster, because you have a new substance after the bread goes into the toaster. This is because after the bread comes out of the toaster, you end up with an unexpected color. You also end up with a new odor. So this is why it is a chemical change. Other examples of chemical changes can be two elements becoming a compound. Another example can be a liquid, acid, and a solid combining to make a gas, because new bubbles or gases are formed. Now for some examples of physical changes. One example is slicing a piece of bread. This is because after slicing the bread, there's no new substance. Nothing changed other than the shape of the bread, so it is just a physical change. Other examples of physical changes can be combining sugar and water to form a sugar solution. Then the sugar dissolves into the water. This can be reversed, and no new substances are formed, so it is a physical change. Another example is an ice cube melting, because it can be reversed back to its original form by physical means. So, now time for a review. Chemical changes do produce new substances and can form new, precipitate or solid, bubbles or gas, unexpected color, odor, and a change in energy. On the other hand, physical changes do not produce new substances and can result in new volume, density, shape, predictable color, or state of matter. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope you learned the differences between chemical and physical changes. Thanks for watching!